Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Socially Unavailable podcast. Today I'm joined by a lovely family who has their own podcast out called Out the Box. I'm going to let them introduce themselves.
Oh, I'm Elliot.
Go! I'm EJ.
I'm Emmy.
I'm Randa.
Nice to meet you guys. Well, not me, but everybody else who's listening. Thank you for being on the show. You want to tell us a little about? Of course. You want to tell us a little about you guys stuff? Like maybe everyone share a little thing about themselves.
I don't even know where to start. Yeah, no, like on the spot. So we've lived in Delaware for about 16 years. We're originally from Pennsylvania. Well, EJ's not. He was born here. I work for a surgery center as a receptionist / surgical tech. I check patients in, do charts, things like that. In my free time, like I like to play video games with my son. I like to sleep as much as possible. I also coach flag football during the fall time period. That's pretty much it. I look, music, movies, your basic, long walks on the beach. Marty.
You hate the beach. You hate sand.
But yeah, that's pretty much it about me.
That's what's up.
So I hate Delaware. One thing. Extremely boring state. I've been a Seahawks fan for the past 4 years.
Seahawks.
Yeah, the Seahawks.
Yeah, I guess.
It's a team.
It's a team.
I'm also a Chicago Bulls fan. Boo Knicks. I'm a middle schooler. I'm now in 6th grade. I feel old. Unfortunately, I'm excited for next year because I get to play football for the school. And
that's exciting.
Pretty much it. Oh, one more thing. Dallas Cowboys suck.
We can agree on that. I agree with that one 100%.
Anyway, I'm Emmy. I am a sophomore in high school. I love to draw and do arts and crafts and stuff. I want to be a tattoo artist when I'm older, so we're working out apprenticeships and everything. What else is cool in my life?
Right, it's like, man, on the spot, and we even knew they were coming too.
I love. We don't even mention that. I love music. Music is a very huge part of my life. I love music. I don't think if I ever had music in my ears, I don't think I could cope with everything around me. I love to sleep also. It's my favorite hobby to ever do in my life. I'm a very funny person. People have told me I'm very, very funny, and sometimes I don't notice it, but I guess that's just me. Yeah, that's
I think you're pretty funny.
I think that's pretty.
I love it. I love it. I love the music thing too. I love music too. I always got music 24/7 going on.
I'm Randa. I'm a senior in high school. I was just accepted into my dream college, and I have accepted it about a month ago. Thank you.
Tell them where it is.
It's actually in East Stroudsburg, from where we're from.
Oh, hey, that was college.
Not only did you leave, but you're coming right back.
I want to be an elementary school teacher. I'm also going to be getting a minor in psychology. I love to read. I have a huge imagination, just like Dad. I love movies. I love TV shows. If it came down to best genres of movies and TV shows, I would say comedy and horror, hands down. Just like Emmy, I'm a big lover of music. Music is a big part of our lives. Again, thanks to Dad. We're educated. We're educated.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I've been a Giants fan my whole life, so this rivalry right here goes back and forth. But hey, at least like I can admit that we suck.
But we don't.
Someone else can't.
But we don't suck, which is why I'm not allowing anyone.
But at the end of the day, biggest flex is I can say I'm not an Eagles fan. So.
Oh, that's crazy! Shots fired. Hey, I'm an Eagles fan until I die.
Boo Eagles!
I mean, at least, at least no one's a Panthers fan. I mean,
that was unnecessary. Absolutely unnecessary. I didn't say anything bad about anybody. Not one bad thing came out of my mouth. Yep. I see that's where this is going.
Oh man, that's great. No, but
yeah, that's basically me.
Nice, awesome, so great for everyone to meet you guys. Loved tidbits about you guys self. I'm excited to talk to you. I want to start with the podcast. What inspired you guys to start one?
Honestly, it was just I was sitting at home one day and I had put a post on Facebook and I was like, if I ever made a podcast, like, would you guys actually want to hear what I have to say about stuff? And I got a huge response. Like, I had over like 100 comments and they were like, absolutely, like, we love you and you're crazy and things that come out of your mouth is spontaneous. So I was just like, well, let me look into it and see what it takes to start something up like that. And the kids were just like, that's fantastic. Like, can we do it with you? And I was just like, yeah, like, who else would I do it with? So like, that's how it came about.
Yeah.
Like, it was just a spur of the moment thing. And just the support from my friends and family that were ready to go.
And we're all ultimate yappers, we yap all day long and we yap all night long. So like, we can go on and on. So why not?
Puerto Rican, of course we yap all day long.
Oh no, I love that though, and I love that that they came and said they want to do it with you. That's awesome. Now with the name with the name, right? Well, how did you guys think of it? Was it like a group effort? I remember you did a post on Facebook about it.
Yeah, I had made a post of some random things that I wanted to call it, and I forgot what the first one that I had came up with. Random thoughts was the first one that I came up with because on Facebook, like I would always like hashtag like a random thought, and it would be something ridiculous like random thought. Everybody eats push pops, and they don't realize that it's ice cream in a paper towel roll. Something completely random. And so actually my mom was like, why don't you just call it Random Thoughts? And I was like, oh wow, I guess okay. But then like I said, like I had put a post out and a friend of mine was like, out the box. And I'm like,
was it Mindy?
Yeah, it was Mindy.
Yeah.
And she was like, because you guys are so sporadic, like you don't even know what's going to come out of your mouth next. And it's kind of like what we want the podcast to be is a little bit of everything. So like when you're moving and you want to get everything done, you just throw random things in a box. And then when you get to your destination, you're just like, oh, let me pull this out the box. And you just grab this. And so it's just a random topic about anything.
That's smart. I like that. I like that the analogy you use of like you pull a whole bunch of random stuff in the box and you take it out the box. I like that. I love the background of it. And now is it mainly going to be a solo or it's going to be a group? All you guys every episode.
I'm gonna try to have it be all of us all the time. Sometimes I might touch on a subject where I don't want the kids to be a part of that conversation. But for the most part, it's not going to be anything crazy. We'll talk about everything. The main things that we won't speak on would be like politics and religion because, everybody has like their own opinion on things. And we're not here to try to influence anybody to do how we do. So, I wanted the podcast to focus on mostly is just things like local things to do around the area for kids, for like nights out, local eateries, program after school programs for kids, entrepreneur people that are having their own businesses, something that's like shine a spotlight on things that get overlooked normally.
That's pretty dope. That's dope. That like, and you're gonna have the nice balance of it too, because to connect with the adults that they'll be listening, but also connect with the whole family that have your kids
Yeah,
on. So I love the balance of that. And now, have you
yeah.
guys are you guys on social media, just for all the listeners out there, so they know where to find you?
For right now, I'm on TikTok. That's how I promote the podcast because during COVID, the kids had convinced me to download it, and we gained like a really big following on TikTok. I think we have
12 point some K.
12.4K exactly.
Yeah, we have a lot of fans. That allows us to go live sometimes. So I didn't know how big it was gonna turn out. I'm pretty sure they didn't either. But we'll go out to
We've
stores.
got noticed at Walmart, so
if you get noticed at Walmart, you're like big business.
yeah, I guess.
So we go out and people are like, oh wow, like you're like that TikTok family.
Yeah,
So
I would say so.
we kind of just like that's another reason why the podcast probably was so successful in the idea, because people have already seen us out in social media. I have an Instagram myself. I made an Instagram for the podcast. Emmy has an Instagram for her sketch ideas. DJ and Randa do not have social media. So I think that covered that part, because we'll be doing the promotion for the podcast mainly through Instagram and Facebook.
Okay, dope. And you mentioned Emmy having a drawing page. I know you did put on social media that she drew the logo for you guys.
Yes, I did.
And how was that? How did you come up with the logo of it?
So when he told me the thought idea and what the name was going to be, I was thinking that it was going to mostly focus on like podcasts. So I'm thinking like microphones, like that's usually what it's all about. So then when I thought like out the box, I wanted it to pop out. I wanted bright colors. Since it was going to be about us, I know that we're out there. So I wanted like big colors. I wanted things to be everywhere, all over the place. So I thought of the microphone popping out the box, like breaking through it, and then I made some like bright color ideas. So like cyan colors, aqua colors with like different shades of orange, and then I made another one where it was like a dark blue color with like light pastel orange colors. So I thought like that would pop out with the dark and the bright as well as the other ones.
Wow, they put a lot of thought into it. That's awesome, and the logo for it is actually amazing. And it's funny now that you say it. Like if I look at it, I can just like picture like you guys jumping out the box and just like how explosive and animated you guys all are. And now, where can everyone listen and watch and find you guys on like those platforms?
As of right now, we're mainly going to be on Facebook, because I have to still get equipment, things like that. But I was looking into some platforms like Twitch or Spotify, because Spotify is really good at upstart podcasts.
Mm.
So like they always offer a free platform for you to do something like that. So I was looking into that, but right now it'll be mostly on Facebook, because we do the podcast from my phone as of right now. We sit in like this general area, and like we'll go back and forth. Like our first episode, my niece and nephew were our guests, and it was the first of the year, so we wanted to like start with a bang, because like all of us together is pretty crazy.
It's the first of the month.
So like what we want to try and do is get at least one episode right now out a month. February is kind of busy, so I don't think we're going to be able to do one this month. But like starting next month and so on and so forth, maybe like one a month, and then as the year progresses and time allows, maybe one or two a month.
Okay, dope. That's dope. So everyone's listening. That's so so you guys know that's where you can find them. I'll be sure at the end, to put all your guys' info in the description, and everything, just so everyone can just click a link and go right to your profile, go to your Instagram, go to your TikTok, and now because now you said you do Facebook live. Does that having a live audience? Do you think it's more engaging to you guys? And like, do you pre-write anything, or you just kind of like go with the flow?
We wing it. We wing it.
Yeah.
I've actually tried to come up with certain topics like to come into it with, but just being around them, they're so spontaneous with the things that they say and do.
It's mostly our ADHD. But,
it's mostly him forgetting what he wants to write down.
So. Old age.
And then he says, "Okay, let's do this," and doesn't write down, knowing he's gonna forget it later.
Right, or we'll get sidetracked in the middle of a conversation. So I think it was the first conversation. It was like a this or that type of thing, and it was like superheroes, and like somebody said that they didn't like Superman, so I like completely lost my focus on everything. It was just like, why? And we ended up talking about that for like 40 minutes.
Yeah.
So like I said, it just kind of just goes right out the window. I enjoy it on Facebook because the people who had supported me with the idea are watching it and they're commenting on the video, and a lot of them have seen the kids grow up, kind of like you, like I've known you forever. And it's engaging to me to see them compliment the kids on how big they've gotten, on how crazy they are.
Do you know
like
those people?
a lot of them come up to the kids and they're like, "Oh, we know your dad," and they're like, "That's awesome. Great, that's fantastic."
And then they hug us.
Yeah, like, who are you?
They do.
Like, that's crazy. I've seen you grow up. Oh, I'm like, thanks, mister. I don't know who you are.
We got one at a football game, and
she screamed at us out of nowhere.
She was like, "Oh my God, you guys are so big! I used to change your diapers," and we were like,
"Don't know but that's
okay."
That's great to know. That's great.
Exactly.
Oh man, the amount of times it's so funny because too the same thing happens to me. Like I'll be walking around in Walmart, just minding my business, and you just hear someone yell, "I know your mom!" I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Awesome.
Thanks.
We never hear that. It's always, "I know your dad."
Yeah,
and my always response is, "It's not my fault that I'm popular." Like, I don't know what to tell you.
There you go.
You're the reason I'm popular now.
Yeah. Hey, there you go.
You've always been popular.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I was cool before you.
Sure.
Oh.
You were cool. You were cool then, but now you're cool now because of us.
Yeah. Absolutely. I'll agree with that. I was cool back then, but I'm cooler now.
Exactly.
Word. You grow. When you get older, you get cooler. Like I'm trying.
You're doing a good job.
Yeah, I appreciate it. So now this is my first time kind of doing a group podcast of having more than one person I'm talking to. So we're gonna move through each and one of you guys. We have questions for all you guys, just so everyone gets their part, and just let everyone's personality show. So we're gonna start with the cool man, the head honcho, Mr. Elliot. I would pronounce your last name, but I don't want to butcher it.
It's okay. It's Iriarty.
Okay. So everyone who's looking at the title and looking at everyone's name, that's how you say it. Look, I can't even say it.
It's okay, dude. Just say I.
Sorry, when I introduce myself now, I'm like, my name's Elliot. I have a last name too, but I can't pronounce it.
Yeah. I love it. So we're gonna start with you, and then like I said, you have everyone have their moment and everything. So Elliot, with podcasts, most of the time it's like one person or maybe one or two people. This is my first time, hearing about a family podcast. What made you specifically, want to do a family one?
Actually, my kids. They're so different in personality. you never know what you're gonna get with them. Like Emmy is possibly the most spontaneous person on the face of the planet. Like you have no idea what she's gonna say next, and 9 times out of 10 it's pretty funny.
9 times out of 10 is the truth.
Right. So, EJ is on the spot.
I'm psycho.
Yeah, he's gonna tell you, like, he has no filter.
He just goes.
So he just goes. You know what I mean? And I think the most conservative is Miranda because she's the oldest. She's the one that's like, mind who you're talking to. And, don't forget to be polite and things like that. But like all 3 of them together is a show in itself. Like I have to sometimes sit back and be like, Jesus Christ, these are my kids.
No. And we do the same for him. Sometimes we sit back and say, Jesus Christ, that's my father.
Yeah.
It's a mutual thing.
Absolutely.
The craziest part is when we're not like in a group together, we're completely separate people. But once we like do something together, we're the exact same.
It's like Skittles.
We're like Voltron.
Oh my god.
Skittles are so good by themselves, but once you just pop all of them in your mouth at once, so delicious.
No, I mean, no. It's nothing like
no,
that.
it just hurts your teeth.
Still, the thought of it.
Now,
Yeah.
M&M.
Ew, no. M&Ms are all the same flavor. That doesn't make sense.
So are Skittles.
They're all different colors, but in the end, they're all
Skittles,
the same.
Skittles are not.
Skittles are the
you see
exact
what I'm
same.
saying? See what I'm saying?
Skittles are not the same flavor.
Skittles.
Grape and lemon are the exact same.
What?
Yes.
Bro, stop talking.
Bro, do you have COVID? Did you lose taste buds?
Yeah, for real.
They taste the exact same.
That's like saying Starbursts are all the same flavor.
Now, those are completely different.
It's the same
Guys.
Watermelon.
Guys, we had some more questions.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
You see, and then Randa's like, "Shut up."
No, I love it, man. I just love the different personalities. I think it makes it just so alive, and now, you being the head honcho and the dad and everything, and starting this podcast. How do you? I know you said February is gonna be busy, but moving forward and getting ready to record, how are you gonna find the time for to schedule everybody to make sure everyone's there or?
Well, I get them twice a week and then every other weekend. So what I'm gonna try and do is just try to put aside some time on a Friday night or a Saturday where we're all together. So that way we can record together. With Miranda having a job and Emmy looking for work, it's going to be a little bit harder. But I can try to find out what their schedules are and then see how I can work around them.
Oh, okay, nice. So nice, and that's the good way to work it out. And now, like I mentioned before, most of the time podcast is 1 person, 2 people. And it's most of the time it's one topic, they're talking about something, and that's what most of the people take away from it. So with a family podcast, what's your main goal for everyone to take with them and take out of it?
To have a good time, just listen, laugh.
What's that thing called? The cleanse, the
like a woosah.
De-stress.
Distress, just
just
ignore the world and just listen to funniness.
Unwind.
That's the word.
Unwind. Just to sit back and be like, you know what? These people are just as crazy as me, and I like it.
Yeah.
Respectable. I love that. It just being and I can only imagine someone having a long week and then keeping you guys in the back of the head is I get to see them and just be a part of their video, their podcast, and listen and just bring joy and just after this long week, long day, whatever the case may be.
Like an honorary family member.
Yeah.
like who doesn't want to be an Ariardi these days?
Here's your invisible award.
There you go.
Granted
Boom.
to you. There you go. Boom.
Love it. Oh, I love it. That's awesome. And now, huh?
Yeah.
I said I wish we could get an award for being the funniest podcast.
At some point.
Hey, at some point, you never know. There's awards.
We could be at the Razzies and get funniest podcast.
The whaties?
The Razzies. It's the worst things ever. Never mind.
Yeah.
You'll understand when you get older.
The Rock got one for Baywatch.
Oh,
Dang.
that's amazing.
The Rock got one for Baywatch.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, Baywatch. Oh man, the remake was. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Um, with the podcast, what's the biggest thing you wanna get out of this?
I would like to, like I said before, like I would like to spotlight, you know, small businesses and things like that because like a lot of people put hard work into trying to provide something for a community, and a lot of times it gets overlooked. Like I said, I like to coach flag football, so um, the league that I was coaching in, gave back to the community, and I feel like kids need something to keep them out of trouble no matter what it is. And if it's an after school activity or an event that's going on at a public school or a library or something like that, or, a friend of yours has a lawnmower business and, a bunch of people who need their lawn mowed because they're too lazy to do it, you spotlight them and say, like, listen, I know this guy, and I would have them come on the podcast and like talk about their business, so that way they're putting themselves out there. Maybe like spread the love. Like when me and you were going back and forth, I want to see everybody win because the world is full of people trying to beat everybody, and not in like there's not enough respect going around the community in order to see everybody grow. Everybody's like, oh no, I want mine to be the best. Or like, if I know two guys that are doing the same thing, I'm going to spotlight both of them. Like, one guy might be available just on weekends, and then the other one's available during the week. So like, it can both win. Things like that. Mostly, I'm trying to focus on activities for kids. Keep them out of trouble. Make sure that they know that there's places that they can go, things that they can do to like make a positive outcome for themselves.
Wow, that's awesome, and yeah, man, that's the whole. Like, I agree with that 100% because I feel the same way. Like, I just want to make sure everyone I cross paths with, if they have a plan in their life and they're trying to just find the right people, or if I have a platform like this, if I have a platform that I can help them with, that like I just want everyone to be able to have that chance to have the growth and everything, and using somebody else, and that's why I love that you said that. It's very very. I love it. I just resonated with it so well. Before we move on, I really thank you for being the head honcho and running this, and thank you for being the first one up. Before we switch, I have a quick this or that question for you.
Okay.
Do you like? Would you rather soda or juice?
Juice.
Juice. Why?
Soda's carbonated, so juice you can kind of just drink real fast, especially if you're hot and it's really cold. Like you can just chug a juice, where soda is gonna burn a little. You know what I mean? Like,
It's a good burn.
yeah, it is. I mean, it is a good burn, but at the same time, like you want to be able to just go.
Hydrating.
You know what I mean? You don't want to stop and burp and all that other stuff. Like that's crazy. Like I would rather juice.
Okay, juice. That's what's up. All right. So then so we're gonna move on to Miranda, or aka Randa. What would you guys want, soda or juice?
I
Soda.
think juice.
Mm.
There's just too many good juices out there. Like if they're real cold,
Well, there's so many good sodas out there too.
I know, but all of them burn you, and I'm just trying to get up and go, and
It's like saying you pick orange juice over apple juice.
Because orange juice is more superior than apple juice.
Oh my god, we don't need to talk about this right now.
All right, we're on somebody else's podcast. We're not going to do this.
No, you're fine, man. You guys are all fine. I want y'all to be yourselves. Like I don't want whatever. If we go off on a tangent arguing about orange juice and apple juice, so be it.
Okay, so then let's ask you a question: orange juice or apple juice?
Ooh, I'm gonna have to say orange juice because orange juice is just like you said, superior, man.
Superior juice.
It is, but
when you say breakfast, no one affiliates breakfast with apple juice. Nobody.
No, they don't.
That's because you're weird.
We're your children.
You get that from your mother.
She prefers orange juice over apple juice.
And,
Does she?
Yes.
Because she's smart.
I know someone who agree with you. My wife loves apple juice, so she'd probably agree with you guys.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
Mott's apple juice for the win.
That's a household debate.
Yeah, I like that one. I like that household. I didn't even think about that. But if we're talking about breakfast, orange juice.
Thank you. I like apple juice. I could drink apple juice with any other meal except for breakfast.
100%.
Yeah, you want to know why that's for
Yeah,
breakfast?
but the question wasn't apple juice or orange juice for breakfast.
Morning,
It was
yes?
apple juice or orange.
Orange juice, regardless.
Okay, you brush your teeth in the morning, yes?
Yeah.
What is the worst combo ever made in your life?
I agree. Orange
exactly.
Juice.
Boom.
But
apple juice for the win.
Just as disgusting when you have
that ended the conversation. Apple juice is the better option. Orange juice and
apple
toothpaste
juice
are the
tastes
worst
just
thing
as
ever.
nasty when you have toothpaste.
No, it does not.
Yes, it does.
That does not.
Yeah, it does.
I don't think so.
Then that means you're not brushing your teeth,
Guys.
which means we have to have another discussion.
Word up. You just said to let it go.
How are you doing, Randa?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So I see you kind of keep everyone in check after it goes off for a little bit, huh?
Yeah.
everyone needs that.
I try.
So I got a couple questions for you as well. How do you want to use the podcast? Sorry, how do you want to use the podcast to help others?
Me personally, I have a habit of advocating for people. So for me, it's to be able to spread the word, just like how we make the main focus activities for kids. I actually have my best friend who lives in PA. She goes to ESU as well. She's family to me. Like, we already acknowledge each other as cousins. She actually has her own podcast that she works with her best friends, and that she wants me to hop on when I move up there. And me and her actually want to create our own, where it's kind of as cheesy and corny as it sounds, kind of like a hotline for people to be able to come and talk to as somebody to just relieve your stress and ask for advice. So for me, when I found out my dad wanted to do a podcast, I thought it was a good way for if anybody else had a question that, like us, we're so random that we'll talk about pretty much anything. So if anybody else had a question, like, like how do you guys cope with school and work and football, like we would be able to explain that to them. So for me, it's more of a therapeutic standpoint, but that's just because it's me. It could be something completely different to them as well.
Oh no, that I like that because it's true. Everyone has a different feeling towards how to do stuff, and the hotline type of podcast. I love the idea because it's cool. It's really cool when you get people who are listening involved. They love to be involved in it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll definitely give that a listen. You gotta let me know when that comes out.
Definitely.
What topics do you on the podcast do you want to share and focus on, if any?
I don't really think there is any. Like we keep saying, like we have ADHD, so we're kind of just all over the place. So for us, it's really anything. To be honest, I actually was extremely excited when we were all given like certain questions that we were going to be able to answer today because for me, I'm somebody who plans ahead. I don't like being spontaneous. So for me, I'm like, okay. I even told him, I was like, now this I like. I like having a plan of what's going to be asked and what kind of ideas we have. And like I love things where like even if it's like a TV show or a movie, like where it's themes every kind of episode or like situation, like it's consistent. So for me, it's like okay, well, on Wednesday we're gonna have a podcast and we're all gonna talk about kinds of different music. I'm gonna like enjoy that and I'll be able to focus on like okay, well, what do I want people to know about the kind of music that I like and what I listen to, things like that, or movies or TV shows, or even if it's just like your favorite flavor of ice cream, like that for me is like a good plan ahead for me. So
That's good. It's good sometimes to plan ahead. It's good to plan ahead and have a schedule and ready for things sometimes.
right.
Well, since you mentioned music, I also have a question about that because you're talking about your music lover and everything. What's your favorite genre?
For me, it's definitely R&B and pop. Stop copying.
Who's your favorite artist?
You're not pop. You're from Compton.
She's not actually. Don't
Yeah.
read too much into that.
No. Who, who's your favorite artist though?
Ever since I was a kid, it's been Bruno Mars. Ever since I was a kid.
Oh, Bruno Mars is
To
a
me,
good
to
one.
me, Emmy's right now is Chris Brown.
Stop telling
and
information about me. What's that question?
But we both, like, all of us have agreed that, like, people like Chris Brown or Bruno Mars, like, they never had a bad song. Like, no matter what happens when certain artists come on, like, you have to jam to that music. You can't sit there and be like, oh, well, that song was trash. Like, it's always going to be something upbeat or something you can relate to, which is why we love music so much.
Oh, I love that. That's funny because now that I think about it, there's really no bad song. Even if it's like technically a bad song to everyone else, you're still sitting there going, "Oh, this is pretty good."
Like, if you're gonna say any of his songs are the worst, you would say probably Lazy Song. But at the end of the day, you're still gonna sit there, you're still gonna bop, you're still gonna nod your head. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Like, when you listen to the lyrics, it's completely insane. Like, he's literally talking about how lazy he is, but it's so relatable. Like, you just don't feel like doing anything, so you can relate to it. You're gonna bop up and down. Like, it's, even if, like you said, Freaky Friday by Chris Brown, completely pointless, but it's a total pop. Like, you have to listen to it. You have to dance to it. It's nothing that you can never be disappointed when that kind of music comes on.
Of course, I love how you put that. Yeah, you can't. And now with you can pick any genre of music, or if it's hip hop and R&B and everything. What type of genre of music describes you the most?
For me, I would say I guess R&B, in the sense that, one, I'm emotional. Super emotional. I've been told I am very relatable at times as well. But I'm also, as uptight as I am, I can be laid back if I really try. And R&B can be serious, or it can just flow. And that is, it's rhythm and blues. So for, like, when you think of that, it can flow, or it can be relatable, or it could be both. So to me, that would be the best sense that I could put that.
Perfectly said. There's only one right answer. Whatever answer you say. Now, what type of genre of music would you describe the podcast and your family?
Rap. For 3 reasons. For 3 reasons. We talk fast. we talk fast. We're loud.
And we talk about random things.
And we keep it real. There's no lies about what we speak about. We're 100% honest with each other, as much as we are with the people who listen to the podcast, to people that we surround ourselves with. Like, and I feel like because we're so spontaneous and so random, like, we can't help but be realistic. Like, it just slips out. Even if it's not even on purpose, like, we'll just be like, yeah, that was dumb.
Because when you listen to a rapper raps about what they know.
So we talk about what we know.
That's a great way to put that one. So everyone listen. That's what you know you're getting into. They think about rap and be like, yeah, I can get behind them. I can get behind this. And I like the real.
And honestly, there's another way to put that. With rap today, sometimes you don't know what they're talking about, and then there's rap that you're like, I understand exactly what they're saying. Again,
you mean rap like
yeah. Perfect. That was like, you sound like half the rappers today, man.
Not half of them, all of them.
Oh man! And now, what's your favorite aspect of doing the podcast with your family?
No, honestly, for me, with what I've gone through in life, after a certain point, being the way that we are, growing up, you start to feel like maybe you stick out, or you're weird, or you're too much. But having something like this podcast is like a safe space. You kind of feel like you can just be yourself. You don't have to hide behind anything. If people are listening to you, they're there to listen to you. They're not there to judge you. If they wanted all of that, they wouldn't be listening. Or, you know, the family aspect of it, we're all just sitting here spending time and we're all talking about the most random things. But for me, when you go through things and you hear things, like, it's like, no matter what, at the end of the day, when I'm with family, I can be by myself. Like, I can be myself. I don't have to hide behind anything. I don't have to lie. I don't have to be somebody I don't want to be. And I'm just telling people about myself. So for me, that's what I love most about it.
Love it. I love to hear it. So, but thank you for, giving some, insight of you and who you are and what you're into and getting everyone excited to listen to you guys next episode. Who's next? Emmy.
Awesome.
Let's learn about Emmy.
Gang.
Thank you again.
OG.
How you doing, Emmy?
I am doing fantastic. How are you doing, sir?
I'm good. Oh, I forgot to ask you your this or that question. Movies or TV shows?
Movies.
Oh.
Yeah.
Movies. Why movies?
I prefer, as much as I love TV shows, I like the long, detailed experience. Whereas episodes, like I said, can be kind of sporadic. It might be random things depending on what you're watching. But movies, it's like a big, long story where it's consistent. It shows a lot of detail. It explains a lot. Like, for me, I like a good, long storyline and a good, 2.5-hour period.
Wouldn't you say a TV show is a movie broken up into 60-minute episodes?
I think it really depends on the TV show.
Touche.
Because if it's something like Friends, then yes. It's like a really long movie of just 6 people being themselves.
Not even.
It's like a lot of long movies.
Yeah, like Friends is more of a comfort show.
Yeah.
If you're talking like movies, something like Stranger Things would be like mini movies. Yes. Stranger Things, Sons of Anarchy.
Yes.
Like those are mini movies inside. That's what a thing too. Like, if I'm gonna watch a TV show, like, I'm gonna wait until the season's over, so that way I can watch all the episodes without having to wait. Because I hate anticipation. It's ridiculous. Causes anxiety, heart attacks. You start going at the TV. Ridiculous.
And that's true, because you watch one and you're like, oh, gotta wait till next week. Great, I'm gonna be worrying about it, not going to bed tonight.
Right. And then you're contemplating like what's gonna happen, and you think one thing, and then they come with a whole nother thing, and you're like, ew. Why they did that?
It's also why I try to wait until shows are over, so that way I don't have to wait an entire year for the new season as well.
Touché.
So I watch a lot of older TV shows.
Good to know. See, there we go. How are you doing, Emmy?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you doing?
I'm great. I'm loving this. I just love how talking to you guys and this experience is just amazing. I love the energy. So what kind of topics do you hope to talk about on the podcast?
Nothing serious, of course, because I'm clearly not someone to take serious. Like, let's be for real. But again, hope to just talk about things that are relatable. Like, nothing too in depth with anything. Like, again, this is about being out the box. It's about talking about things that shouldn't be talked about, but all funny, and still to be able to unwind and just listen to complete nonsense. It just make you laugh at the end of the day. Like, some people are just not feeling it, so they just need to get rid of all of that and just listen to our nonsense. So
laugh.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yep. I like that, because the laughing part and just the just talking about whatever, it's relatable though sometimes, because people just be talking about the same thing with a one person. So why not listen to everybody else and listen to you guys?
Exactly.
Now, I know you like to draw. I used to draw for a while. I haven't got into it. I've been, I got older and then I kind of stopped doing it. I don't know why, but I know you love to draw. what has inspired you, and where did the all that come from?
So the way I found out I could draw was in 8th grade in art class. We were doing like landscaping, so we were taking a picture and then referencing to it to make a landscape of our own. And I did it, and I was like, wow, that's actually like really good. So like I started getting into landscapes, and then when I was done, like I was just like, this is getting a little boring. Like I don't want to be drawing trees for the rest of my life. I started getting, I started getting into like designs, logos, of course. And then I try to draw like self portraits. I'm still working on it. I can find myself just a little bit crappy, a little bit, but of course, like practice makes perfect. But I love making my own little designs to where like there's some like traditional things that you can get, but like you also want something like you've never seen before. So I would like to make things like that instead of other things.
Hmm. I like the you trying to yeah I like that trying to draw not typical things. I like that. Do you ever want to? Have you ever gone into painting?
Paint by numbers.
Hey, paint my numbers is
Yeah,
really fun. Okay, and but when
it
you
is.
finish, you have an amazing picture.
Exactly. And it's already done for you. So like, you just gotta paint it.
Yep, you lose down half the work. Perfect. Um, do you like? Would you ever want to like publish your drawings and like put them in books or have them hanging on people's walls?
Yeah, honestly, I think that'd be pretty cool if I got to that point. I mean, I've started to do like different like not posters or anything, but like if my page is like different designs or like little like snippets from like different songs. Like my favorite musical is Hamilton, so like the different songs I've made different like scenes of what I think it would be, what it would look like. So like I've made different um little pictures of those, and I've done my favorite movie is Coraline, so I've made different like little I don't know what they're called, but like scenes. It would be scenes. I think it would be scenes. Scenes, I would say. Scenes or collages of different collages. Like it's like different parts of the movie, like in one huge picture. A mural. A mural, yeah. I would say, and those are actually my favorite pieces. My two Coraline ones that I've made, like I put a lot of thought into those ones. But yeah. So that'd be pretty cool.
I like, and if you just take the time and effort and you put work into it, I don't see why not. Anything is possible if you put your mind to it. So I would love
Yeah.
to see your work somewhere and all that stuff.
Exactly.
Hamilton, amazing play, love it.
Love it so much.
Chef's kiss, chef's kiss.
I actually got them into Hamilton music. They were haters at first.
No
Very
way.
big haters. Until I started playing the music.
I'm a hater again because of how many times you played it
I love
over and over and over
He's
and
a
over
hater.
and over again.
He's a hater.
You sound like my wife. My wife is the same way. She can listen to it sometimes, but once I can listen to it all day, and she gets annoyed.
I actually went to Hamilton for my birthday, for my sweet 16. I didn't want a party. I wanted to like go to New York and stuff, so I actually went to see Hamilton.
I am 100% jealous.
Oh my god.
That
You've already seen the movie, right? Like you've already seen the movie? It's amazing. But once you see it in real life, like you would want to sing along, but you just can't. You cannot do that. It's just so amazing.
Man,
like
that's awesome. I hope one time in my lifetime I want to experience it live.
Yes.
Have you seen or heard of In the Heights?
Yes! Oh my god, I love that musical. It's
Love
beautiful.
it.
I love it.
Great one. Yes. Another great one. Lin-Manuel is just an amazing, talented man.
Exactly. He is.
And okay, so for the your last question, we're again talking about Hamilton, and I can go on for days about that.
Yep.
About it.
Exactly.
What's your favorite thing about doing this podcast with your family?
I don't get to see these people so many times So, and I already know that I'm growing up, I'm going to be leaving, you know. So, like, I might as well get in all the time I can get with these losers. But, you know.
You spend more time with me than you do with her in your entire lifetime.
Okay, you're not supposed to say that on the lot. I don't know that. Anyway, but yeah. So, but yeah, you know, I guess I'd like to spend time with these guys. But like again, I have very fun conversations with them, and even though that we have those conversations, I don't even notice how much time has passed because we just talk so much to where then right after I gotta leave. So
we're the royalty yappers.
Yeah. Exactly.
Nice. I just love how much you guys just like love, you know, spending time with each other and being with each other. You know, sometimes there's families out there who can't stand each other, so I just love the unity and just you guys.
Don't get me wrong. We do not. We literally like loathe each other, but like sometimes, you know, I guess we want to be nice.
Yeah.
What?
Ultimate
yappers.
I like that, ultimate yappers. I like that one.
Yeah.
Thank you for you know, introducing yourself and giving a little background about yourself. I love the Hamilton thing. I want to see drawings. I was actually would love to see your like you're saying your drawings that you made of how the scene would look. I would love to see that.
It's all on my Instagram. I'll get my dad to at my Instagram to you.
Yeah, and I'll put it, and I'll also put it in the description and then everything with this, just so everyone else can go look at it and follow you too. Dogs or cats?
Dogs.
Why dogs?
Don't even have to hesitate. Dogs. They're literally your best friend. Like they're. I love dogs so much. We don't deserve dogs. We don't deserve dogs whatsoever.
Not even.
Like, cats are kind of like dogs, but like they're just not dogs. It's just a different. It's a different thing.
It is. 100% agree. I love dogs. Cats, I cannot stand cats.
Right? They just smell a lot. They smell a lot, and no thanks.
No thanks. But thank you for getting on and giving a little background about yourself, Mr. EJ.
I gotta save the best for last.
Yeah.
Save the best for last.
Save the best for last. Yeah. So what's the Seahawk thing about?
I really have no clue.
Were you upset when Russell Wilson left?
No, I was actually happy. Look at him now. Look at how bad he is now.
That's true. That's true. I can't even argue with that. So how you doing, EJ?
How are you doing, bro?
I heard the question.
So with the podcast and stuff, what's gonna be your favorite topic, and what kind of topic do you want to talk about?
Sports.
I hear that one. I hear that one. You watch you watch the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
What you think about that?
Kind of like the worst Super Bowl ever.
The worst?
49ers definitely should have won that game.
You think?
Yes.
Well, I'm a big 49ers fan hater, so I was rooting for the Chiefs.
I also hate the Chiefs. I also hate Taylor Swift.
Oh man, the amount of times they showed her way too much. Like, we're trying to watch football. We're not at a Taylor Swift concert. So obviously, you know, you like the Seahawks, and I know you like football because I see pictures and everything of you playing flag football. What would be your dream football guest if you could have someone on your guys' podcast?
So many.
Hey, you got prepared for this, because you know when you guys get big and everything, everyone's gonna want to be honest. So you gotta be prepared. Who are you gonna pick?
Marshawn Lynch, I gotta go with him.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Marshawn Lynch. I like that one. That man. Oh man, the way you guys blew that Super Bowl. Remember that one?
It wasn't Marshawn Lynch. It was Russell Wilson. And look at him now.
I mean, I would say it was more Pete Carroll, don't you think?
It was actually Pete Carroll.
He called a run and Russell threw it. He called a run and Russell threw it.
No way. Russell.
He called a run and Russell threw it because You would say it's on Marshawn Lynch, but Marshawn Lynch was on the wrong side of the ball. He was supposed to be on his right, and he was on his left.
Oh wow, you did your research on it. You to make sure anybody comes at you, huh? Hey, smart man, you're a smart man. Blame it. It was all Russell's fault. Get him out of there. I mean, he is out of there now. What what's your favorite? What position do you play in football? Flag football.
I play quarterback.
Quarterback.
Yeah.
Wow, that's what's up, man. That's a lot of pressure on that position. What's your favorite go to play?
What was play number 4? Play number 4 called? The one that was to me.
Oh, the one that was in.
I cut off and then cut up.
Oh, it was trips left, slant right.
That's the go to one. That's the same one you like.
Not me at center, me as wide receiver.
Oh, trips left, wide dig left.
And that's the go to play whenever you need something big to happen.
Yeah.
What football player do you have like the most inspiring to? Who do you look up to the most?
Ray Lewis.
Wow. Ray Lewis. I was expecting more of like someone who's playing right now, but Ray Lewis, that's a great answer.
Mostly because he's a hard hitter. But he also has great respect for the game.
He does. Do you I can only imagine if he even tried to play in today's league, how many times they would call the flag on him.
Oh yeah, like a million.
Oh man.
Roughing the passer, Ray Lewis, hitting too hard.
Yo, of course,
Unnecessary roughness. He killed the player.
That's what I'm saying. That man would be the most penalized. But that's a great answer. He's a great player all around. Great person all around. That's what I meant to say. And with the podcast, what's your favorite thing about doing it with your family and your just favorite thing about doing it?
Reading the comments, because I make it extraordinary. So they'd be like, "Oh, I love you guys. Like you guys are so cool." And I'm like, somebody, and I'll say their name, and I'll be like, they just said they love us.
Yeah, they just
like
say that.
out of the blue.
He likes to read the comments.
So you enjoy being live and seeing everyone's reaction and commenting on it.
And then him in the back. Nobody wants to see your big forehead. Yeah. I get it from you.
And I know you mentioned you mentioned.
Remember that when you become 41, your forehead will be the same size.
No, because I'll have my hair grown out.
Absolutely not.
Yep. My beard's gonna be the one you've dreamed of.
You're gonna lose all your hair just like I did, and you're gonna have a giant forehead too.
EJ has some silky locks.
It runs in the family. Look at your grandfather.
Oh man!
Look at that beautiful hair.
Yo, enjoy your hair while you can.
Exactly.
Me too. Me too. My dad is bald too, so I'm trying to hold on to mine as long as possible as well.
Yep, as long as possible.
Long as possible.
It goes away.
And you mentioned that you're going to start playing football next year for your actual school.
Yeah.
What are you most excited about that for?
Mostly because I'll be playing with most of my friends, and
get to hit somebody.
No, because I'm also thinking of going for fullback.
Still get it.
People, smarty pants.
That's nice.
Dude, but like I can't hit them that hard because then it's gonna be looking in the backfield.
That's not your problem. That's their problem.
Yeah.
That's true.
Problem.
That is true. That's gonna be their problem when they're laying on the ground like,
Yeah.
But I appreciate.
More like, who's this rookie?
Yeah, you're going to make a statement, right?
Most likely make it to the championship in the first season of my career.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead. I believe in it. I believe you. Go ahead and let them know who you are.
Like I hit somebody. Who's this rookie? Hell, you just hit me that hard.
Yeah. Yeah. I appreciate you coming on and explaining and talking about yourself and giving some background on who you are. I'm excited for you to start playing football, man. You're gonna have so much fun with that. Question for you: perform in the Super Bowl or play in the Super Bowl?
Play.
Play?
Perform.
Why?
Play.
Why play?
Because if I perform, I don't get paid for it.
Oh yeah, no, you don't.
Oh,
You
yeah,
don't.
no, it's
Performers.
like-
Yeah,
If I play in it, I get paid.
That's real. That's real stuff right there, y'all.
That's true. That's true.
Oh,
but
and I also have a motto for everybody. I also have a motto because my friend told me today, and the motto of the day is: "In a world of Krabby Patties, be a pretty patty."
boom.
And the podcast there. Have a good night, y'all. I have a question for you.
Go ahead.
What is your favorite football team?
my, I'm an Eagles fan.
No. I'm in the shop.
He left. He left on me. Oh man. I appreciate you, EJ. I appreciate you. I appreciate that question.
We beat you, by the way. on that note.
One time.
On
Who still won though?
that game was so disappointing. I fell asleep when we were winning, right? And then I woke up. It was like 5 seconds left. The Seahawks had the ball. I'm like, oh, and then I haven't passed like midfield or something. So I'm like, oh, we got this. I just hear the TV going, the Seahawks win. I said, there's no way this man threw a ball like that.
That's because it's DK Metcalf going.
DK Metcalf he's a dog. He's a dog.
He stands on business.
He does. I can't even lie. He does.
Where's that? What's it? This? He goes on top of it. He goes.
Yeah. Stand on business.
Yeah.
On business.
Yes, sir. With the next section, it's more of what you guys are familiar with and more of what you guys do. It's called this or that section. I'll ask you a few of them, and you guys can give y'all answers. Go debate about it a little bit.
I hope you are prepared.
I'm prepared. I am prepared.
I'm not even prepared for what answers come out.
All right, so let's start with. Let's see which one. Let's do movies. Scary or comedy movies?
Comedy.
Scary.
Ooh.
Hold on, you got me because those are my two favorites.
I'm gonna go scary.
Because scary movies can be funny, so you get both.
Scary movies can be funny, but there's not. Comedies are rough. Like to be a good comedy, like you gotta laugh. Like there's classic, like Ace Ventura is a classic comedy.
That's a classic.
You know what I mean? But like they don't make movies like that no more.
Austin Powers, Billy Matt, anything by Adam Sandler.
Yeah, I would go scary because scary, you know what I mean? Though they're cheesy, some are cheesy movies, like scary movies can scare you still. Like I'm a big baby. I can't watch it. Like that movie scares the crap out of me.
No way.
I don't like clowns.
Oh, that's understandable.
Your mom makes fun of me all the time. All the time. Because of clowns.
Me personally, I'm sick like that. So like ID channel, I love stuff like that, like crime, like I'm obsessed with it. So for me, like when I watch scary movies, like when I saw Jigsaw, instead of like being terrified that some dude's body was just chopped in half, I was like, ooh, that was a good one. That was a good way to go. Like I'm sick like that. So me, when I watch scary movies, I'm either like cheering the guy on.
Yeah, trying to figure out how they're gonna die.
Making fun of people because I'm like, well, why did you just trip over air? Or I'm laughing. There's been, I want to say there's 2 movies that I cannot watch, and that's Hereditary and Candyman. Those are the only 2 scary movies that I personally cannot watch.
Me and Vinny made that into a comedy.
Made it into a comedy is funny.
I would also like to spotlight my new favorite horror movie, which is Winnie the Pooh.
Oh my god!
Blood and Honey.
Was it actually?
It was terrible.
Oh man!
But it was so terrible. It was so terrible.
it was good.
That it was good.
Like
Interesting.
we were. It wasn't even to like where we were making fun of it. It was just like, oh my god, Winnie the Pooh just did that. Like it's Winnie the Pooh doing that.
Yeah.
Like it was.
Like
it was traumatic.
It's unexpectedly good.
You kind of just sit there with your hand over your mouth, like,
Yeah,
oh my god.
Exactly. Just like you're just like, did he just do that?
I gotta check that one out.
But the ultimate horror movie ever, so you can let your fans know, is Skinned Deep.
No, it's not.
What the heck is your obsession with that?
Skinned Deep.
What? Give a quick summary. Give a quick background. What is that about?
There is no background.
I'm legit throwing.
Yeah, it's about a bunch of like
Yes, I can.
It's about like a bunch of people that are, I don't know, like they would be outcasts. So like they're like science experiments.
No way.
Yeah, and they kill people, but like there's a little person whose name is Plates, and he throws plates at people.
I'd rather watch Leprechaun than watch that movie again.
Bro, Leprechaun.
Oh yeah, same. Yeah, it was very funny.
Leprechaun in the Hood.
I thought it was scary.
The original one, right?
Yeah.
Well, Emmy's like that with Child's Play. She don't like Chucky.
Don't get me started.
Really?
They can possess you in your sleep. You don't understand.
So you're not a big fan of Annabelle then either.
He's not a fan of dolls.
So you never seen Annabelle?
No, I don't. That's a scary movie, man. No.
It is.
I personally, I don't like movies that could happen in real life.
Yeah.
Like Final Destination, I get the chills, but I'll watch it. So like me, I can't like literally when we're behind. It's not even just Final Destination. I can't watch Bad Boys 2 because they start taking the cars off of the truck.
Please leave me more than.
And like when we're driving, like I literally can't. If we're behind a truck like that, I tell them like you need to switch lanes. I can't be behind that. I have
four together.
I have that horrific fear.
That's so funny because my wife is the same exact way. She sees those big log trucks. She's like, please don't drive behind that.
The log
Just
trucks.
eat those and I won't even.
Can't do it. Can't do it.
I don't blame you.
Yep.
Me personally, I would probably do comedy. I just like funny one, and I haven't really watched any scary movies because my wife is not a big fan of them. The last one I seen was Boogeyman, and that one was not even scary. Okay, this is the second one. Would you rather have water that tastes like your favorite drink or vegetables that taste like your favorite dessert?
Water. I can't stand water, so if it tastes like my favorite drink, I'll drink it more.
Okay.
But water is good, so I would like my vegetables to taste like that.
I would
vegetables.
I would want my vegetables to taste
like cheesecake.
Yeah, because like I like water.
Yeah, water's delicious.
Yeah, like if water's really cold on a hot day, yeah, like water's good. So yeah, I would want my vegetables to taste like a dessert.
I don't like water. I like my vegetables.
Like Brussels sprouts taste like cheesecake.
No.
Yeah, I like that idea too.
Yeah, because Brussels sprouts are disgusting.
Ugh. I hate Brussels sprouts. I hate
Nobody
mushrooms. Ugh.
It's weird.
I don't like mushrooms either.
Yeah, like mushrooms. I don't like mushrooms. So like mushrooms. If mushrooms tasted like a brownie, that'd be great.
Yeah. Give me all the mushrooms.
Give me all the mushrooms. Yeah. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
So kind of like divided. So kind of like divided. Everyone says most of the people say water. Other half says vegetables. Wait, what was EJ's answer? Water. Yep. Okay. I'm with the vegetable thing. Like each vegetable is a different dessert flavor. I think that's a great idea.
He's trying not to eat on camera.
It's kind of like goldfish.
He's fine.
You know that every single goldfish in the rainbow goldfish pack, there's different vegetable flavors.
They
The dark
are.
chocolate one is beet.
They taste
The orange one is carrot. The
And-
yellow one is cheese. The green one is freaking broccoli.
Yes.
And they taste all the same.
They do. I can help you on that. Nope.
And that's why I don't eat goldfish.
Yeah.
Goldfish. You eat goldfish? The snack that smiles back. Goldfish.
Goldfish.
All right.
Piece of goldfish.
Let's see for the next one. Ready? Super villain or superhero?
Super villain.
Villain.
Oh, okay. Everyone's all on the same page. Villain. Why a villain?
Thanos.
Well, no.
Ooh.
Thanos is the ultimate villain ever.
He's like the worst villain.
Me personally, like I said, I like stories. So I personally believe that supervillains, like anybody could, as cheesy as it sounds, anybody could be a hero. Someone literally went through something so bad, or had something done to them that was so bad that they snapped and felt the need to destroy half of humanity, or just destroy that one person like the most horrible way. Like me personally, like I have to be like, okay, what made them tick so bad that they want to wipe out 50% of humanity, or hate their brother so much that they need to kill them? Like that to me is interesting. I don't know why, but
my favorite superhero is a villain because she was both.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So my favorite superhero is Scarlet Witch. She's the best person in the whole Marvel universe. I don't want to hear anyone else's opinion.
She said the same thing about Captain Marvel.
Like, well, no, but yeah, but that was when I was like 12.
But like, she's a perfect example. Like, Scarlet Witch had the love of her life taken from her, and created a reality where she was actually happy, and again was snatched from her. And now she just wants that back, and everyone's stopping her from getting it. So she makes sure that she can get it to happen. Like, that's insane to me.
That is.
Now, my thing is,
That's actually a really good example.
My thing is, I want to be a super villain just so I can kill Batman because it's going to be the easiest thing in the face. He's dead.
Yes. Yo, Batman, I can't
running away.
stand Batman fans.
I can't stand Batman fans either.
Like, once I see Superman, I'm going the other way.
Like, why? Why wouldn't you want to be a person who's indestructible?
Haters.
Like, why? Like, why would you want to be... Money is money. So, like, you can kick everybody's butt, but you can still die.
True.
Like, why?
And
why?
again,
You can't fly. You can't use your eyes to, like, laser stuff off.
You don't have X-ray vision.
You don't have X-ray vision. You can't use your breath to, like, make your soup cold when it's too hot. Like, you can't.
You also ain't got super speed.
Like, it's just, yeah, like, you're not fast.
You ain't bulletproof.
You're not bulletproof. Like, it's just... Like, why would you want to be a human with money? Like, basically, you're just... You're celebrating Halloween all year long. You're not cheating the system.
Yes, you are.
No, you're not, because you're fighting for the system. Again, he believes in truth, justice, and the American way. He fights for the people. Imagine if he...
Everybody did.
Imagine if Superman used his powers for evil rather than good.
Exactly. He would be a super...
Ooh.
He would be better than any villain in the world.
Damn.
Any. Think about it for a second. He literally has the power to destroy everybody on Earth and chooses not to.
What year did Batman vs Superman come out?
Who cares? I don't know. 2014, I think.
So for the past 10 years, we've been having this debate.
Yeah. And it always ends the same. Like, why would
never ends.
Why would anybody want to pick Batman?
Because...
Why? Because he has gadgets? Who the hell cares?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
True.
He has cool suits. And he has a 9-pack.
Batman,
I'm awesome. I got a 9-pack.
As a Batman fan, you learn to appreciate certain Batmans for who they are, but then there's Emmy who just cares about
Lego Batman is the #1 Batman.
Lego Batman is hilarious. Yo.
I will give credit where credit is due. Batman has the best villains.
Mm.
Batman's villains are awesome. Superman don't have no villains because he doesn't need to.
You seem to have a lot of Batman-themed things in your rooms and less
In
Superman
his rooms?
things.
He only has one room.
I have one room, yeah.
Well, it doesn't matter. You still have your things scattered around in different rooms.
He doesn't have one thing in here,
One.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's yours, not mine.
What is that?
That's the comic you got from Comic-Con.
I got a comic from Comic-Con?
Yes, because it was a free comic.
It was a free comic.
If you followed them on Instagram.
Free, because it's trash.
It's not. You realize that there was Superman comics there, right?
No, there wasn't.
Not
there
free
wasn't.
ones.
Yeah, it's not
There,
free ones.
no, there
No.
wasn't.
It's not free ones. Yeah, not free ones. Don't get me started on you guys.
There was not one Superman. It was all Batman.
Exactly.
And
Okay.
all Suicide Squad.
Batman is super lame.
Okay. Are there other this or that questions?
Yeah, I got one more good one for you guys. My favorite
Great.
superhero, by the way, is Spider-Man. He's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Which one?
See, okay, for the longest it was Andrew Garfield because the way he played him was so amazing. But then Tom Holland kind of grew into it, so now I'm more on the Tom Holland side. But Andrew Garfield will always have the special place in my heart because the way he played him was just spot on.
See, we talk about it all the time as Spider-Man fans. Like, Tobey Maguire's a classic. He's an OG.
But nobody likes him.
Andrew Garfield, the cinematography and the CGI and his villains were absolutely the best. 100%
Andrew
incredible.
Garfield
Yes.
built the character.
He built
Yes.
the character, and Tom Holland is Spider-Man.
Yes.
He
Yes.
plays the character perfectly. The awkward, weird, sciencey, nerdy kid, he plays him perfectly.
He also.
It's the same thing with Batman. Like, Michael Keaton is the OG, but Ben Affleck is Batman. He moves the way he's supposed to. He talks the way he's supposed to. Carries himself the way that when you think Batman, Ben Affleck pops into your head. But Michael Keaton will always be the OG.
True. That's a good way to put it. That was a great way to put it.
Robert Pattinson is more Bruce Wayne than Batman.
Yeah, Robert Pattinson is Bruce Wayne. He played the way that a billionaire is supposed to play.
Like
The
he's
quiet,
not
depressed type.
the way that Ben Affleck moves as Batman is what Batman like when we played Arkham. Like Ben Affleck moves like that.
We also played all the Batman games growing up as well. So.
Not one.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
Imagine not having your own video game. Crazy.
Crazy.
So good that he doesn't need his own video game.
Oh
my
my
God.
god.
Wait. Technically, he does own Injustice because he has the cover of both of them.
Absolutely.
His on the side.
And what happens in Injustice? He destroys everybody.
Okay, let's move on to the next this or that question.
I got one more for you. And since you guys are all football fans, okay, this one I'm curious about this one. Would you want your favorite team to win one championship ever, or for the rival team to win 3 times in a row, like to beat your rival team 3 times in a row?
Ew, that means the Cowboys would have to win 3 years in a row. I'm not
No,
doing that.
he has
No. You beat your
They beat
rivals
them
3 times in a row.
Oh, that one.
Championship.
Championship. We need a third one.
Because
One
I'm already
championship
good.
over beating your rivals 3 times in a row.
Yes.
Yeah, because the Panthers have beat their rivals 3 times in a row.
So I was
Yeah.
The year we went 15-1, we beat them twice.
There you go.
Yeah, and the Cowboys beat the Eagles 3 times in a row. Like,
Okay.
I guess I'm going with the
Yeah, if I could beat the Eagles or the Dallas Cowboys 3 times in a row, I'd totally be okay with that.
Everybody's
You're not
saying
even
Dallas and Eagles. What about the Commanders?
Nobody cares about the Commanders.
No one cares about the Commanders.
For a whole entire year, they had no name. So, like, what are they?
Yeah.
What are they?
I think I only know like one person that's a Commanders fan, and I'm pretty sure it's Keith. Or Keith.
No, Kevin is.
Kevin is, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, no, Keisha is.
Keisha is?
Yeah.
Then my aunt.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
But, like, nobody's a Commanders fan.
Yeah,
They're just,
never seen.
They just happen to be in D.C.
They kind of just exist at this point.
Coach Williams is
But then again, you know what? People say the same thing about the Panthers. So
I feel like a lot of teams in the NFL today kind of just exist.
Yeah.
Like the Rams, they kind of just exist. Raiders, they just exist.
Did you?
they're just there.
Did
What
you?
was the last time the Raiders made it to a playoff?
Chargers, Lions.
That's true.
Bears, they exist.
No, Lions went pretty far this season.
Yeah.
Yeah, this season.
So they got their highlight.
And then there's
Exactly. They're going to go right back.
and then there's the Raiders.
Steelers.
Let's beat the
Steelers, they kind of just exist. No.
True.
TJ makes them highlighted, but they're not.
Yeah.
Broncos is TJ.
Broncos were never there.
Broncos kind of just
Broncos.
Broncos country. Let's ride.
No.
The Chargers just exist.
Miss, I'm gonna lose to the Raiders 63 to what? 7? Or 21.
No, yeah.
That game was just a disappointment.
That game was
63-21.
Like you picked
to
off
the Raiders.
You picked off the ball before you even threw it.
Yo.
That should
Patriots.
I feel like nowadays the Ravens kind of just exist.
No, as long as Lamar Jackson is their quarterback, they're going to be relevant.
True.
Yeah.
Same thing with the Chiefs. As soon as Patrick Mahomes goes somewhere else, the Chiefs are going to
Not even. Now it's Kelsey.
No,
I can't stand that.
Kelsey's nothing without Patrick Mahomes.
Kelsey's nothing without Taylor Swift.
No, that's not true.
We've gotten to that point where she's now his career.
No, that's not true because Kelsey was
know.
better before Taylor Swift.
I didn't even know that.
That's insane. That means she brought him down.
She brought him down. Like he used to be amazing.
He's distracted now.
Mm.
Puppy eyes.
I mean, he's with Taylor Swift though. Like, how many people could say that?
That's true.
Every single one of her albums that she has.
Ooh, that's also true.
I have like 10.
What does she have? 13 albums?
Yeah. 13 men can say the same exact thing.
She's ran through.
This new one was about Travis. Next one is gonna be
about Travis when that ends.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got have his whole album by himself
we'll give
too.
the benefit.
Her
We'll give
album's
her the
gonna be
benefit
called
of the doubt.
87.
It's 6 men.
Ooh,
because
perfect
she does the album
title.
when they're together and then when they're apart. So really, it's been 6 men can have the chance to say that.
Mm.
Oh, that's still great.
This is man 7 because this is the 13th.
That's still great.
And 7, dang.
Whoever man number 1 was made her a star.
Man number 1 was the album with Never Ever Getting Back Together. That was man number 1. By the time Bad Blood came around, that was when she started to actually understand herself.
Oh man.
now.
You guys are great.
Would you want to beat Dallas or New York 3 times in a row? Oh wait, you've done that multiple times. Or go to a championship. Since you only have one.
I would love to get another one, bro. I would love for us to go to the Super Bowl and win another one. Last year's.
For your second one.
Yes.
You only have one.
Yes, I understand. We only got one.
Only one.
Hey, and we beat Tom the Goat Brady, okay, in that one. So it's okay. I'll take that one.
He has 2, bro.
Do you?
Packers and 49ers.
How many do you have?
Packers and 49ers.
Just wait.
How many do you have?
No.
Watch when we get to.
Exactly.
Yeah, so why are you talking?
If you notice, when he asked that question, the first thing I said was championship.
Who has the most Super Bowl rings?
Who has the most Super
None.
Bowl?
None.
And you know what's crazy?
None.
They were all before you were born.
Yeah. You don't even.
LOL. Do you think I care? And that means that they haven't won in 16 years.
I
Yeah,
know.
what? In this
It was
house.
95 the last time.
They haven't won in more than 16 years.
Yeah, 95 was the last time. Yeah. So, I don't really
I can
care.
never take that.
You're so good.
You weren't even a thought when.
Ooh.
None of us were even a thought, bro.
That's a long time.
Literally. That's so real. 10 years later, said
You're not even a fart.
Yo.
For the first time ever, started saying that at work. It was ridiculous.
That's funny. You ain't even fart. That's funny.
She ate that, bro. She ate with that comeback.
She did. You know, the funny part about that lyric is in the beginning, I heard it right and I was like, that's not even like a good lyric. And then everyone started loving it. I said, well, I just gotta love it then too.
I was just taking that back. I was like, damn. Like, not even fart.
There's not even a lick of air coming out of your butt.
Right, like,
Exactly. That's what my wife was saying.
He's literally crying.
Even a fart.
He's literally
that irrelevant. Like, you're not even a nothing.
And that comes out. Yo. Oh man, yo, you guys are great. This is so funny. This is fun. Yo, everyone's listening, please go check them out. This is exactly what you guys will get, and this is what they are like when they are on and talking and live and everything on their podcast. It's so fun. It's just positive vibes and just I love it. I just love it so much. But I got 2 more questions for you guys as we wrap this up. Any advice that you want to give families or even one person that's wants to start a podcast?
Do it.
Mm.
Just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it, bro.
Just do it.
I will kick you in the face. Put my food down. That is ridiculous.
What in the freak? Anyway.
To just do it because it sounds cheesy, but you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So
YOLO.
you know what I mean.
Ask
So
Ben Simmons.
just wow.
Oh my gosh.
He said,
Oh my
Super
god.
random. Super random, but super on point. Good job.
Super low.
But she's not wrong.
He's not wrong at all.
He said,
But yeah, like if you have an idea, just do it. Because what's the worst that could possibly come up?
Mm-hmm.
Is just basically how I've actually I've made the motto for like this year. Like, just do it. Because what's gonna happen if you didn't? You're gonna miss an opportunity, or you can at least say, you know what, I did it. It didn't work out the way I wanted it to, but I tried it.
True. And that's true. That's true. That's great advice right there. Then just take that leap. You know, if you're, you know, wondering if you should do it or battling yourself, just take that leap and just start it. And now you want to let everyone know where they can find your Instagram, your TikTok, where they can find your podcast. I'll be sure to put all your links and everything in the show notes as well as the YouTube description, so everyone can go, you know, get watch you guys, subscribe, and all everything like that. You want to let them know what your username is and Emmy's art page.
Okay. Yes. So you can find me at _Iriarty820.
EJ, hurry up.
On Instagram, Elliot Iriarty on Facebook. You can find the podcast Instagram is out_the_box820. Sorry, my phone's dying.
You're fine.
Emmy's is at Emmy Sketches.
Yeah, at Emmy Sketches, all lowercase. Spell it out because they're gonna put EMMY. Oh, it's EMIE Sketches,
not Emma Sketches.
Right.
Or
our TikTok is Iriarty 820. I believe that it's not underscore, right? It's just Iriarty 820.
Yeah. Just to let you know, we do TikToks more now spontaneously. It's very random. So if you scroll far enough, and by that I mean maybe a couple months back, they're really cringy. Don't pay attention to anything that hasn't been done in like the past 3 months.
Absolutely go back to 2020.
No, don't do that. I'm right now, don't do that.
Absolutely go back to 2020. If you go back to 2000, do some good TikToks. Especially the Ace
Sounds good.
one.
So be sure, everyone listening, be sure to scroll down to 2020 so you guys can see some of the greatest TikToks ever made.
Maybe me being cringy, but Emmy's wardrobe was also very cringy. Don't do that.
Oh man.
My haircut was cringy.
Puzzly?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
His haircut, our content, and her wardrobe. Literally out the box.
Yeah.
Out the box. There you go. Literally perfect. That's a perfect way for them to know exactly how you guys are, and just alone this episode of how you guys are. So please make sure you guys go support Out the Box podcast, support all Emmy's sketches, support all their socials. Please follow them. Please stay up to date and listen, tune in to them. They make very funny videos, and they also make very entertaining podcasts. Thank you guys again for all getting on the podcast today. I really appreciate it. It was really fun.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Of course. Be sure to guys check out, tune in next week. We'll be back with another episode. Thank you guys once again. Have a great, wonderful night.
You too.